I hope you're having a great Sunday, great weekend, and prepare for the next week trades. All right, so let's get started right now. So every Sunday, I do the market review to prepare for next week. So I will screen the Forex pairs on my watch list. I have 21 pairs. So I will screen all these on the weekly chart and also cover gold and also WTI oil and then some indices. Worldwide indices, and then finally I will cover the news for next week. So let me squeeze my face and let's get to the topic right now. So before starting here, just a quick disclaimer as usual. This information is basically based on my own understanding and knowledge. So when you take trades, please do at your own risk. And if you can follow the guidelines and rules on this live stream, that would be great. So looks like we have some new trends right now. Towards the last Friday, the market was retracing, but hopefully we see some new trends in new markets next week. So let me turn to the trading view and let's start from the top on the watch list. All right, so let me fit the page. There you go. So this is my new Windows PC. So I hope everything's okay here now. Okay, like this and okay. So all right. So first, let's start from the euro dollar. And since this is the end of the week and new week will start next week, I cover the weekly time frame. And during the day next week, I will cover the lower time frames. But on this live stream today for this market analysis for forecast next week, I focus on the weekly time frame. So euro dollar weekly chart, this is right in the middle of the Kumo now, and Kumo twisted bearish, but it's flat right now. The market is flat, so the Kijun Sen is flat, and Chikou span below the candles. So this is a bit more like bearish, but in terms of this Kumo here and Kijun Sen, this is flat. The market is at the previous low, and the support level is over here at 1.1705, so it might become a support and goes up in the short term. But once it breaks that line, we can expect the market go down continuously. So we'll see which way it goes. And the next one is a Euro AUD. This is also weekly chart. The Kumo flat right now, Senko span B flat, A flat, and Kijun Sen flat and Tenkan Sen flat too. But Chikou span above the candles, and we already see that there was a gold cross of Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen. So looks like the market is heading towards a Kumo, and once the Kumo breakout happens, that will become a Sanyaku Koten signal, and the market might go up afterwards. But unless it happens, the market should become range, and most likely it will become range for maybe August and September, and we might see some new trends in October once the market breaks up Kumo upwards. So in that sense, it might become tricky next week or the month of August and September. So we'll see which way it goes next week. Of course, we can look at the lower time frames and look for entry chance, but in terms of weekly chart, this is range also. And the next one is Euro Pound. Euro Pound is nicely downtrending. It's about to break the support. Technically, it was bounced by the support level at 0.8472 level, but the Kumo is down. The Kumo Senko span B down and A down. And also Kijun Sen, the green one is called Kijun Sen. This is also pointing downwards. And Chikou span is also below the candles, and this is bearish confirmation. So next week, I expect the market breaks the support level and continuously go down. So Euro Pound, I marked this one for next week. And let's cover the Euro Jpy. The market retraces and it broke the Kijun Sen 2 weeks back, and it is now, I would say, ranging as per weekly chart. The Kumo is flat, Kijun Sen is up, but Tenkan Sen is down, and Chikou span is heading towards the candles, and this is a retracement. obviously. So in the lower time frames, you might see downtrend, like I see downtrend in the forward chart on Euro JPY, but in terms of the weekly time frame, this is retracing. So in this case, you can also use the Fibonacci retracement. Like you can take the previous low and high like this, and the market is right on the 50% level. So once the market breaks the 61.8% level, the previous support level at 125.57, then it might continue to go down. So let's just wait for the breakout of 128.52, and the target is going to be towards a Kumo if it happens next week. So that's Euro Jpy. And the next one is Eurocad. Euro CAD is also downtrending because the Kumo's down, and also Kijun Sen pointing down. Kijun Sen is pointing downwards, and also Chikou span is below the candles. So this is bearish. But for the past month has been ranging. So we might see some ranging market next week. So in this condition, this is also called a P wave, because you can draw this ascending trend line, descending trend line, and this is the P wave. So I would wait until the market breaks the P wave downwards in this direction, and once it happens, I will look for sell chance. Otherwise, it can be ranging still. So the next one is Euro Swiss franc, and this is also ranging because the price is in the Kumo now, and Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, Chikou span also overlapping with the past candles. So in this condition where you see the price is exactly in the Kumo here, the market can be spiky and tricky. So, but it's about to break the Kumo downwards, because we see already the Tenkan Kijun dead cross and Chikou span breakout is about to happen. And once the market breaks a Kumo, we might see a continuous downtrend. So yeah, we'll see if it happens next week. And the Usd Jpy, this is still bullish. It's also in a range as per price action, but this is technically still uptrend because the Kumo's also up and Kijun Sen up on the weekly time frame. So next week we might see a bullish candle, and next week might be a bullish week. So we can continuously look for buy chance on Euro Jpy next week. And the next one is USD Swiss franc. This is flat. The price is exactly in the Kumo now. The market is ranging price action, and Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, Chikou span too close to the candles, and this is range. So I won't watch this one next week. And USD CAD is also retracing, and now it's consolidating its range market. We see that there was a Tenkan Kijun Sen gold cross over here on the weekly chart, and this means that this is the end of the downtrend in the short to mid-term on the weekly time frame, but it doesn't mean that the market goes up next week. The gold cross above or below Kumo is very different, so you have to be careful. When you see gold cross below the Kumo, this means that this is the end of the downtrend. But if you see gold cross above the Kumo, that means that is uptrend. So in this case, this is the end of the Kumo, the end of the downtrend. So we might see some market range next week. And the next one is Pound USD. This is also a bit ranging. Now Kumo flat, Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen also dead cross on the weekly time frame. So this means that this is the end of the uptrend anymore. And Chikou span touching, so this is ranging, no trend and no trace. And the next one is Pound Jpy. Pound Jpy is bullish because the Kumo's up and Kijun Sen is pointing upwards, and Chikou span still above the candles. So next week could be bullish. So I will mark the Pound Jpy because this is also trending as per next week, as per Ichimoku. Yep, I will cover gold soon after I screen these pairs, so please stay with me. And the next one is Pound AUD. This is also exactly in the Kumo now. So, but this is uptrend. Technically, it's up because the Kumo's up, and the Kijun Sen is flat, but Tenkan Sen is up, and Chikou span above the candles. And in terms of price action, this is also uptrend. So the market might retrace backwards to Tenkan Sen and bounce by Tenkan Sen and goes up. Like in this direction is my expectation for next week. But since this is in the Kumo now on the weekly chart, the market can be spiky in lower time frames. So we have to be careful. We have to have proper risk management if you want to trade pound AUD next week. Otherwise, your positions might be stopped out many times next week. And the next one is pound CAD. This is ranging market. Yeah, the Kumo is very flat and very tiny, very flat and thin. So this is range market. And Kijun Sen is completely flat now. And Chikou span is also very close. So this is pure range market where you want to avoid taking trades. And also, if you see these candlesticks, you can see the many wicks up and downwards. And this is a very tricky market. So most likely pound CAD I will avoid for next week. And the next one is pound Swiss franc. This is also a bit ranging. The price, the Kumo's up, Kijun Sen is up, but you can technically see that there is a dead cross of Tenkan Kijun Sen last week. Let me cancel the candlesticks so that you can see the dead cross more clearly. So here you can see the Tenkan Sen, the blue one is called Tenkan Sen, and Tenkan Sen crossed Kijun Sen last week. I'm talking about this dead cross. So this is once again the sign of the end of uptrend. So let me pop up the candles again. So this is the end of the uptrend. So in that sense, we have to avoid looking for buy chance anymore. And also last week we had this reversal candlestick, long wick pointing upwards, but the tiny body, and this is also the sign of reversal. So next week the market could go down and back to the Kumo expectation. So we might see downtrend in lower time frames, but we'll see if it happens next week. And the next one is Aud USD. This one is also in the range and also in the Kumo now on the weekly chart. So we might see a tricky market. We might see tricky market on the lower time frames, spikes up and downwards. So, and it looks like for the last 3-4 weeks, it's been ranging, not really active market. So next week could be very, very slow. And AUD-CAD pair, this is also in the Kumo now, where the Kumo is very thick like this. So the market can be very tricky. You can see that the when you see the market is in the Kumo like this, it's been very tricky. Like there is no stable trend directions, so it might retrace upwards. And the next one is Aud Jpy. This one is also retracing the price exactly in between Kijun Sen and Kumo. And here also you see dead cross of Tenkan Kijun Sen. So this is the end of the uptrend about 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago. And now it's in the range mode. So we cannot really expect the big trend next week. It might be ranging or consolidating. And the next one is Aud Swiss franc. This is also in the Kumo now. So this is also a bit tricky market. After this dead cross of Tenkan Sen, the market is downtrending. But for the last 2 weeks, it's been bullish. And this is a bit engulfing candle. So I would wait until the market breaks the previous support level at 0.6636 level and then look for a sell chance. Otherwise, I will avoid taking any trades. And the next one is Cad Jpy. This is technically uptrend because the Kijun Sen is still pointing upwards, and you can see twice of Kijun Sen support here. So the market could go up next week. But if the market goes down and if the market breaks the Kijun Sen, then we don't look for buy chance anymore. So that will be the key for next week. So, and there is a resistance level here at 88.33 level. So once the market breaks a resistance level, I think that will be also a good time to buy, look for buy chance in lower time frame. And the next one is CAD Swiss franc. This is also bullish as per Ichimoku. The Kumo's up and Kijun Sen is also up, and the market has been supported by the Kijun Sen. So next week could be bullish. So if I see uptrend next week on the daily chart or the lower time frames, I will follow that and look for buy chance next week. And the last one on my watch list is Swiss franc Jpy. This has been ranging for a couple months here. So Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, Chikou span above the candles, and there is no dead cross technically. So in that sense, this is still bullish. But once the market breaks the Kijun Sen, I won't look for any buy chance anymore. And it's ranging also. And this is also Swiss franc pair, which can be very tricky in lower time frames. So I think this is a market to avoid. So most likely next week, I focus the Euro Pound. It's downtrending as per Ichimoku. And Aud Jpy is uptrending also. And Pound Jpy is also bullish. And CAD Swiss franc is also bullish. I will focus on these four pairs, and during the week, if I see another other uptrend in lower time frames, I will follow that. So this is my view for next week on Forex pairs by Ichimoku, 5 lines. So let's cover the gold next. So here is XAU USD gold. After this huge spike last week and retracement, as a result, we see that there was a big and long wick pointing downwards. So on the weekly chart, the price is still in the Kumo here. So next week can be very tricky in the lower time frames. But with that in mind, let me look at the daily chart. In the daily chart, this is bullish. The market broke the Kijun Sen, and it looks like the market is heading towards back to the Senko span B. So if you're looking for the buy chance, then the Senko span B level at 1833.56 is the target. And this is also the previous resistance level on the daily chart. So this will be a good target to be in. And this is uptrending on the lower time frames, so you can follow that. But as per daily chart, this is retracing. So, and also weekly chart is in the Kumo now. So considering these two facts, the market can be spiky. It might be ranging, it might be a bit bearish, or not much big moves in the market. So I would avoid taking trades in this one. I think in the 1 hour chart I see uptrend. So most likely next week I will look for buy chance based on 1 hour chart. But if I see the Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat like this in 1 hour chart, then I won't look for buy chance anymore. And it can happen within the day. So we have to watch closely on 1 hour chart move if you're using Ichimoku in this gold market. So let's move on to the oil on the weekly chart. As per weekly chart, as I mentioned this one for a couple of weeks so far, this is still bullish because the Kumo's technically up and bullish Kumo, and also Kijun Sen is bullish still. And last week, the market was supported by the Kijun Sen, and also this is still in the P wave, ascending P wave structure, where the lows are higher and highs remain the same level. Well, actually, this is only the resistance level, only 1 point at 76.96, but the market has been retracing backwards after the 5th of July. Still the Kumo and Kijun-sen are up, and this is P wave, ascending P wave, and next week could be bullish. But if the market breaks the Kijun-sen, then I won't look for buy chance. So I think that will be the key for next week. Alright, and so that was gold and WTI oil. And let's cover the indices for next week. First, Nikkei Market. After the P wave breakout downwards, the market is ranging because this is in between Kijun-sen and Kumo. So here in this example also, you can see that after this Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen did cross, the market becomes range. Well, in this case, this is a bit downtrend, but exactly here on the week of 21st of June was the sign of no more uptrend. So now the market is heading backwards to the Kumo. We also see that there was a Chikou span breakout. Chikou span is below the candles, and this is bearish. So the price can be going down into the Kumo, but still, even if you see that, that will be a range market. So this index is not really strong in its uptrend. So if you're looking for buy, this is not a good choice to buy. Yeah, and next one is the US 30 Dow Jones. This is bullish, and this is the market that you want to be in the trade. The market has been up, Kumo's up, Kijun-sen is also up. So as I have been talking about this in the indices, all the indices, Dow Jones and also S&P are bullish, but not Nasdaq. Because if you see Nasdaq, the Kumo is up, but the Kijun-sen is flat now. So when you see flat Kijun-sen, it can retrace all the way backwards. So simply in this case, we better wait for the breakout of the resistance level at 1589, and once it breaks, that will be a buy. Otherwise, the market can retrace all the way back to Tenkan-sen or Kijun-sen next week. However, as I mentioned before, I think Dow Jones is good. It breaks a previous high, and this is up and bullish trend. And also US 500, S&P, this is also breaking through upwards. So these two indices are good, but not Nasdaq in my opinion. And the next one is Eurostoxx. Eurostoxx is also bullish continuously after the breakout of the previous resistance level. The market is heading towards the next round number, which is at 4,300, and that will be an initial target. And the next one is the FTSE 100. This is a bit ranging now. You can see Kumo flat, Kijun-sen flat now, and Chikou span above the candles, but these are a bit flat market. So the market is about to break the previous resistance level at 72.13 level, but unless it happens, we have to hold in this example because the market can still retrace backwards to Tenkan-sen or Kijun-sen. So if you're looking for the buy chance in FTSE 100, let's wait until the market breaks resistance and look for buy afterwards. So I won't mark this one. And the next one is CAC France. CAC 40 France is uptrend because the Kumo's up, and also Kijun-sen is up like this, and Kumo's nicely up and thick. So this is a nice uptrend. The market broke the previous high at 6685.99. It broke upwards, and now it is continuously moving up. And this is actually reaching towards all-time high now, which was marked on the 2000. If if I squeeze all the way backwards, in 2000, there was an all-time high, and the price level is at around 69.47. It was in 2000 on the week of September. There was an all-time high, and the market is about to reach that record. So yeah, once it breaks that level, and also there is a round number, 7,000 is going to be initial target, but once it breaks these levels, the market can grow up and up all the way. So we'll see if it happens next week. And the next one is Dax Index. Dax Index also broke the previous high now, and it is on the round number 16,000. So, and this is bullish. As per Ichimoku confirmations, the Kumo's up, and Kijun Sen is also bullish. The market has been supported by the Tenkan Sen once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, multiple times. The market has been supported by this Tenkan Sen. So unless the market breaks a Tenkan Sen, this is bullish. So the market might drop down to the previous resistance level next week and continuously goes up. So German 30, Dax Index, I will cover this one. I marked this one also. And the next one is Nifty chart. Nifty is also breaking the high resistance level, and this is now bullish. So after the breakout of the previous high at around 15,989, this is bullish. The Kumo's up, Kijun Sen up, and also the market has been above the Tenkan Sen also. So on Nifty chart also, unless the market breaks the Tenkan Sen, this is bullish. So, and the next one is AU200. This is also bullish trend. Yeah. So the Kumo's up, Kijun Sen is up. Market has been above the Tenkan Sen. So unless the market breaks a Tenkan Sen, it is bullish also. We can still look for buy chance. So if you want to place a stop loss in this condition or Nifty, the stop loss should be below the Tenkan Sen in this case on the weekly chart. And AU200 also, the stop loss should be below the Tenkan Sen, not the Kijun Sen. I think Kijun Sen is too far for the stop loss, but I think Tenkan Sen will be very nice. Or you can exit manually when the market breaks the Tenkan Sen in this case. And the next one is Hansen Index. Hansen is now in the ranging market. The price dropped all the way down to 26,000, and the price is now in the Kumo. And Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat. So this is ranging market, and this is also in the engulfing structure. This is also inside bar. So unless the market breaks the resistance level upwards, we don't have to look for buy chance in this one. Okay, so that covers the whole indices. Yes, I do see many comments, so let me come back to comments after I cover the news for next week. So let me put that one up here. I use fxstreet.com economic calendar. So let me pull that up right now. Let's see. So yeah, indices are good. Indices are trending like everywhere. So I think these are good. But in Forex, we see a bit ranging, retracing. Hold on, let's see. It takes a bit time to load the chart. So let me see. All right, there we go. So let me put this one here. Okay, so here is my favorite news website, fxstreet.com, and I go to the calendar. And I choose next week from this calendar here. So next week starts 16 and ends on 20th. So I apply. So next week, starting from the 16th Monday, we have a GDP report in Japan. So JPY could be affected on Monday morning in Asian time. And I think that's it for next week Monday. And Tuesday, we have many news here. We have, first of all, we have AUD. Australia has a RBA minutes meeting. So AUD could be affected by this. And also pound in UK, there will be unemployment rate. So that will be very important in pound. And also euro, there will be GDP report also. So euro pairs could be affected by this. And then retail sales in the US. So Tuesday could be a busy week, a busy day for the next week. And moving down to Wednesday, we have a rate statement and monetary policy in New Zealand pairs. So if you're trading New Zealand pairs, we have to be careful. Next Wednesday on the 18th. And also CPI, Consumer Price Index report, will be there in the UK. So pound could be affected by this. And also another CPI report in Canada. So CAD pairs, we have to be careful towards the end of the day on the 18th Wednesday. And Tuesday, and also of course we don't have to forget about this FOMC. Yeah, this is very important. FOMC next week on the 18th of Wednesday, they will be here. This is going to be the very important news for next week. And Thursday we have a unemployment rate in Australia. So AUD could be affected by this. And I think that's it for Thursday. And Friday, there is retail sales report in Canada. So CAD could be affected by this. So next week highlight is going to be on Tuesday. We have once again AUD and also pound and euro and US. And then on Wednesday night, there will be FOMC in the US, so you have to be careful on USD and also gold. So that covers the whole market news that are important for next week. So from now, let me come back to some comments here. It's going to be a like a free discussion live stream from now on. Okay, so let me drink a cup of water, refresh myself, and start to cover some comments. Okay, I'm back now, so let's start. All right, yeah, thank you for joining everyone. It's always nice to see everyone here in the chat room. Okay, so let's see. Oh, Anthony, you saw my second channel live stream, video session about my building facilities introduction. Glad you liked it. I will record some other videos and upload to share my Dubai life now. All right, thank you for joining everyone. Once again, great to see you here. And once again, thank you so much for those who send messages directly to myself to about what happened during the week. This week, I had to cancel on Thursday's live stream because of some conditions, but I'm full now, I'm recovered. So I feel very good right now. Yeah, right now my throat is a bit itchy, but it's okay. This is just it's nothing serious. Okay, let's see. All right, good to see you everyone. Thank you for joining. Yeah, so coming back to gold, it looks like some traders are interested in gold because there was a big crash last week. So yeah, covering gold one more time. This is bullish. For the last 4 days, it's been bullish, but it doesn't mean that the market keeps going up in this direction. Technically, because the Kumo's flat, Senko span B flat, A flat, and Kijun Sen flat too. Kijun Sen is flat on the daily chart. So in this case, most of the time I stay away from the market because it can turn bearish anytime. But let me check the retracement, how far the retracement is at the moment by Fibonacci retracement. And it looks like the market broke the 61.8% level. So yeah, it can retrace all the way back to 100%. Or at 1833.56 level at the previous resistance level, and also this is also Senko span B level. The Senko span B is going to be at the target to follow the uptrend, but always be prepared for the retracement anytime because the price is in between Kumo Kijun Sen. So this is not really my favorite setup to trade. But like I mentioned before, in the lower time frame in 1 hour chart, I see the uptrend. So as long as the Kumo up and Kijun Sen up, we follow the uptrend. But once you start to see Kijun Sen and Kumo flat, then you won't look for the buy chance anymore, because in that condition, the market might retrace all the way back to Tenkan-sen or Kijun-sen in Ichimoku nature. So by keep that in mind, you can look for buy chance, is my opinion on this gold. And always take your own risk per trade. Okay, let's see. Yep. Good to see you everyone. Thank you for joining. NZD USD from Chayan. All right, let me check NZD USD pair. Let's see. So starting from the weekly chart. Okay, so this is also back into the Kumo now, and I see long wicks up and downwards on the weekly chart, so I can see that this is a very tricky market. You might get stopped out many times, and this is not the market to hold swing or in between date swing. It's not really recommended. So we have to look at the lower time frames. As per daily chart, this is also a pair range. Yeah, there's no direction. So I would draw the lines, upper line here at the resistance level 0.7106. If the market breaks that level, and also Kumo, then I will look for buy. Otherwise, this can be range, and this can be up and downwards, and very spiky and tricky market in lower time frames. That is my view on the NZD USD pair. All right. Yeah, let's see. Hello, Jeroen. Thank you for joining. Great to see you here. Welcome back here now. Looking for Euro AUD and NZD CAD for entry, all right? Yeah, Euro AUD, this is a bit ranging, but this is in the P wave, and it's bouncing on the P wave, and this is upwards, so it might go up. The market could go up, and the target is going to be on the upper side of the P wave. Let's see, in 1 hour chart it turns bullish, so we can follow the 1 hour chart uptrend. But Forex retracing, in the 4 hour chart, the price in between Kumo Kijun Sen, so this is, the market might turn bearish anytime soon. So we'll see if it goes. But once the market breaks a P wave downwards, that will be a sell. That will be a sell. We have to follow, of course, we have to wait for the downtrend confirmation by Ichimoku, but once you see that, that will be a great sell chance. Okay, let's see. Yep, thank you for joining everyone once again. Great to see you. Okay, VN30, all right. Let me check the index in Vietnam. I have it here. So as per weekly, this is bullish. So this is a VN30 chart, and on the weekly time frame, this is bullish. The Kumo's up, Kijun Sen is up, and going down to the daily chart, this is in the P wave. It's squeezing P wave, so yeah, better to wait for the breakout towards either direction. And most likely, the market breaks upwards because weekly shows uptrend. So, but I would wait until the market breaks upwards, and also Kumo and Tenkan-sen points up. I wait for the Kumo points up, and also Kijun Sen. Kijun Sen turns bullish, so it will go flat initially like this, and then turns bullish like this, and then I look for buy chance then. Because unless it happens, this is still in the range, so it can go down still. It can break the P wave downwards, and it might be in the range market still. So that will be the things I wait if I take trades on this one. Okay, let's see. Shohan says MACD showing divergence for Nifty 50. All right, so it might retrace. Yeah, let's see. KL says, I want to ask Kei a question. If Ichimoku works based on the calculated price of the candle, then the daily time frame will be the big boy of the 4 hour time frame. Then 1 hour chart will be big boy for M15, right? Yeah, that is true. That is true. Yeah. Yeah. So the direction is affected by the higher time frame, and that's why I always look for the trending market in higher time frames. But when it comes to reversal, that starts from the lower time frames. So the reversal starts from 1 minute chart and 5 and 15, and it affects the higher time frame. So yeah, and that's why every time I see charts, I screen charts, I do top-down analysis. I never start from the lower time frames. Let's see. Lee says, "Kay, please, pleased to see you've made your move over to Dubai, my friend. Thank you for the words. Yeah, finally I'm in Dubai, settled down right now with a new PC right now. I spoke to you a few years ago when you first started your journey on YouTube. I can only thank you for knowledge and wisdom gained." You're welcome, Lee. Thank you for coming back. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, it's my pleasure to do this every day on my YouTube channel. So thank you so much for everyone for your support continuously. All right, Surian, you're welcome. And Kale, you're welcome too. All right. Yeah, glad to hear that you gain knowledge. And as I mentioned yesterday on public live stream about psychology, once you master the knowledge, and then you have to simplify. So the way I present the market is very simplified explanation. I can go down. I can talk about the calculation. I can talk about details of the Ichimoku strategies. But on these live streams, I try not to be complex, so that you can understand the concept. And if you want to go more complex, then you can read the original books, or you can watch my past archives, or you can read my Ichimoku books in the community. But when it comes to explanations, I try to make things simple, because I think that's the best way to learn. And then you can add more knowledge based on this simplified explanations. Okay, Yorun says Usd bouncing from Kijun-sen. Let me go back to that market. Okay, Usd, all right. So let me see. Usd. So all these are examples, and the things I say is universal on any market, whether it's Forex or gold or cryptocurrencies or indices. So hopefully you take this as an example and apply the knowledge on the market that you're watching right now. So here's NZD CAD on the daily chart bouncing from the Kijun-sen and goes up to weekly Kijun-sen. All right, so let me see. Weekly Kijun-sen is here at this is at 0.8963 is the daily weekly Kijun-sen. And in terms of the daily chart, this is in the P wave also. So like P wave is like everywhere recently. So if it breaks, then that will be a great target. So end target in the daily chart, yeah. So this is going to be an end target. So yeah, that will be an interesting setup to look for. The Kumo's up, Kijun-sen is up also. So I can see that there's a potential uptrend from here. Okay, very good, very good. All right, so let me cover some other comments now. Let's see. ARN AUD says, hello, Mr. K. When you started trading, did you use leverage? Do you use it now? I still use leverage, yes, because I don't trade 1-to-1 ratio. So I use leverage, but I don't really trade by leverage. I focus more on the risk per trade. So every time I trade, I risk 2%, and it's lower than 20 leverage usually. And yeah, when I first started to trade, my leverage max was 25 because that's a regulation in Japan. In Japan, we can't go up above 25 leverage. So 25 was the max leverage I used. All right, let me see. DTS says, Mr. K, Kumo, Teikotai, like what makes the price very strong and not breakout? Kumo breakout or not breakout, you can differentiate. So like in this example, you see twice of resistances by the Kumo. Like this. So yeah, like the Kumo breakout happens or not happens, there are multiple factors. One is if Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, Gold Cross, and Chikou span Gold Cross are the right order, or if Tenkan-sen is pointing up or not is another factor. And also, of course, if there was a previous resistance level or not is another factor. So, or trend line if there's a trend line, then it might become fake Kumo breakout and resisted. So yeah, there are multiple factors like this. It can be a fake Kumo breakout. All right, let's see. All right, let's see. Yeah, for the live trades, when I take trades, I will show my positions. But right now, I have no positions. So yeah, next week, I will share when I take trades. Okay, let's see. Yep, I guess, yeah, let's see. I get many questions still. Let's see. Brian says, hello, Sensei. Where will you entry for Pound Jpy in lower time frames? So Pound Jpy, so once again on the weekly chart, it's bullish. So first of all, I have to wait until the daily chart goes up or the forward chart goes up. But if I see these time frames, daily is now in range and forward chart is a bit downtrend, so I have to wait until either daily chart goes up and Kumo should turn bullish and Kijun Sen goes up, or in the forward chart the Kumo turns bullish and Kijun Sen turns bullish and price comes above the Kumo. And then I start to look for buy in lower time frames. Okay, let's see. Carol says, do you think that because Bitcoin operates 7 days per week, is it different from Forex? So does Ichimoku needs to change basic stats? So that's actually the most frequently asked questions. Do we have to change setting of Ichimoku on cryptocurrencies because they move 24 hours every day? And my answer is I'm not sure, because first of all, I don't trade cryptos, so I haven't backtested yet, so I'm not sure which setting works the best. But my recommendation is to stick to the original settings first, and if it doesn't work, then you can change the settings. Because that was my mistake when I was taking Forex trades. When I first knew about Ichimoku, I used to change the parameters and settings of Ichimoku. I didn't stick to the original because I was curious how it plays out. So I changed Kumo shift like 17 or 9 or like 52 with these Kihon Suchi numbers, Kumo future. And Chikou span, I used to shift like also Kihon Suchi numbers, 9 or 17, 26. But the conclusion is the original Ichimoku setting works the best. So I simply stick to this original setting right now. And also, if you change the original setting of Ichimoku, then you have to know that the Kihon Suchi number will change. And also, you have to change the way to capture time cycles and price calculations if you change the parameter of Ichimoku. And Kijun Sen retracement might not gonna work if you change it, or Tenkan-sen retracement strategies might gonna work. So I prefer to stick to the original setting of Ichimoku. All right. Let's see. Yeah, let me stick to some comments about the markets or the Ichimoku here now. I can talk about something else, anything else on second channel. So please join second channel if you want to talk about something besides trading or markets. I'm happy to talk about it, but if I start to talk, then I just keep going and I can't focus on what I talk about. So yeah, on this first channel, on this official channel, I prefer to focus on this, the market or Ichimoku, basically, so that for those who watch archive also can focus on what I say. Okay, let's see. Srian says on DJI, not Doji, DJI Nasdaq by next week is going to reversal. Nasdaq could be, yeah. Nasdaq, so let me put that one up here. Because Nasdaq on the weekly is now ranging. You see Kumo flat and Kijun Sen flat. Kumo's up, but Kijun Sen is flat now. So, and also there is engulfing structure here too. For the last, for these two previous candles. So it might retrace, But I think this is also important is that we're not here to predict the future, but we're here to understand the market as of now. So the fact is that right now Kijun Sen is flat. So I say the market retraces. Market can retrace because the buyers and sellers equilibrium is 50-50 level, and the price is at the previous resistance level. So when the price is at the resistance level with the 50-50 power of buyers and sellers, most likely the market can break higher and it retraces. However, if the market breaks, then Kijun Sen will turn bullish and you can follow the uptrend continuously. And that's why I say in this case, we have to wait for the breakout and look for a buy afterwards, because it might retrace back to the Kijun Sen in this case. Just in case, this is a reason behind why I say this in this case. Okay, so looks like it's been 1 hour, so I will end the session. I do see many comments now. I do see many comments, messages. So yeah, but looks like this is about to end the live session. So once again, thank you for joining. Yeah. Invite you to dinner in Dubai. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Dubai is very nice. It's hot in the daytime, but in nighttime it's not too hot. It's like 31, 32 degrees, so we can still walk outside at nighttime. So yeah, I will see you in the next one. Whether it's a like a second channel or first channel, I will see you there. And have a great weekend, great rest of your day. Charge up yourself and get ready for take trades for next week. Alright, so once again, thank you for joining, and I will see you on the next one. And until then, please stay healthy, stay safe, and also stay gold. Alright, bye for now. Mata ne. Thank you.